All right, everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be doing a quick belt repair on the Lemax Monster Ball. It's very, very simple. Basically, we're going to pull off the characters. There's some screws, I think, on the bottom. Let me see if I can show you that. Right all along there. Those come out. You're going to want to lift this house straight up, as there is a pipe that runs inside for the dragon. And there is a wire in the back right corner that you'll pull to unplug. It's all very self-explanatory stuff again, so I'm not going to go through all that in the video. I'll just kind of give you the heads up. And then from there, I'll show you how to replace the band. But just a side note, the key symptom here is obviously that it's not moving, but it's also not clicking or grinding. So that's usually a good sign that it's probably just a belt. So we're going to open it up and find out. So we'll start by pulling off all the characters, and this guy just pulls out as well. I know there's been some curiosity about him. But anyway, so I'm going to do that, and I'll be back with you once I have it all opened up. Okay guys, so I've undid all the screws and I lifted the house straight off. I just wanted to show you really quickly. That's the wire in the back that I was telling you about, pulls right out. And this is that bar you got to be a little careful of when you're pulling the house off. You want to go straight up till it either falls out or comes off or whatever. But anyway, so once you do that, you're just going to lift this, lift the floor off here, which exposes all of our gears, and there's some more under the floor as well. I have inspected these already, so I know that they are okay. The belt, however, is not. So that is obviously not a factory Lemax belt. That belt was put in because it was in the middle of a display and needed to get through a couple nights, so we put that in. It is a belt, but it was not the right belt. It was a little bit fatter and just wasn't quite the right tension. It was never meant to last. It was just to get us through a couple days. But now that things are back to normal and getting ready to have our son's birthday party now, I had a little time in between to get everything tightened up again. So very simple. I'm going to pop off the screws here, and then we're going to unstrap the belt and put a new one back on. It's pretty self-explanatory. So screws off, the little gear thing comes out, you unstrap the belt, put the belt back on both sides, and put the cover back on, and you're done. But just to show you, I'll power it on real quick. Let's see if I can. So you can see here that the belt is just kind of not really doing anything. It's all twisted and just not happening. So that's what happens when you don't use the right belt. Didn't cause any damage or anything like that. I knew it was a temporary fix when we did it, but like I said, we just wanted to get through a few days during the setup process. So, all right, I'll open it up now and I'll swap that belt and I'll come back to you. Okay guys, so I just put in the new belt. Just wanted to show you what the inside looked like. As you can see, there originally was a black belt on here, and it really got dirty in here from that belt kind of being destroyed from years and years of use. But anyway, so we're out with the temporary belt, and we're now in with the new belt. This is, I believe, a 30mm belt. It's a small one. It came in a variety pack, and the belt to use is fine. Keyword there, fine. There's a bunch of different thicknesses. Fine seems to be the one that matches the closest, at least out of the ones that I had ordered. It's going to function just fine, so no pun intended there. So anyway, I'm going to put the top on before I turn it back on, otherwise this little part here will just go flying out. So here's the top here. I'm just going to pop it on, put the screws back in, and then we'll turn it on and give it a test. Okay guys, so the top is back in, all the screws, our belt is secure. I just wanted to point out real quick before I put on the floor that this little pin right there in that middle center gear, when you put the floor on, you want it to aim for that little hole right there. The floor will sit in kind of all in these little prong areas like inside, but you want to aim for that little hole right there. A little tricky to do, but once it's in, you'll know it's in. And then we'll give it a test and see where we're at. All right guys, so here it is. The floor is in. It was just, like I said, just line up the pin, let it sit in between the little outside rails, and it is gold. Always, too, good side note, when you put in a new band, check your resistance just to make sure there is some strength there by just putting a little bit of pressure on to make sure it's not going to give too easy or something like that. You know, a lot of times when you're repairing these things, you're looking through a bunch of different random belts that you have, trying to find one that's close enough. It's always nice when you get one that's exact, but usually as long as they're close enough, you shouldn't have an issue. It's a little harder with gears because you want those to be pretty right on. But belts are a little bit more forgiving, a little tighter, a little looser, you know, but you try to get as close as possible. But you check the resistance, the sizing, the thickness, it's close as possible, and it doesn't seem to be slipping, then you are good to go. So I'm gonna assemble it now, and then we'll take a look at it at night real quick, and we'll wrap it up. So here it is. Everything's working as it's supposed to. The dragon is up top here somewhere. Let's see if I can find him for you. There he is. The people are spinning. Resistance is good. The guy is spinning here in the front as well. And it was easy. It doesn't take long. You probably do this in 20 minutes. So it's just a matter of having the right tools and knowing what you're looking for. Always check your gears. Look for the wear and tear on the belt. Check your resistance when you're done. Make sure it's a good fit. And you're good to go. So thank you so much for checking out my channel once again. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you on the next one.